I'm the scat man. I'm the scat man.
Stacks, but Stacks again.
I think Donald Trump stole that dance from me.
Oh yeah, that's the Carlo dance. Yes. Big night last night. Welcome to NHL Puck Prop Presented by Sports Interaction with 14-year NHL vet Carlo Colaiacovo. What was crazy about last night was the losing. Like, we had losing games hit all our stacks, right? Senators, 2 goals. We hit both those stacks.
Yeah.
Florida lost. Hit that stack. Hit both of those stacks. St. Louis lost. Hit that stack.
Yeah.
That's why you don't discriminate in the stack world.
You don't. And you don't ever question the stack man. The stack man brings the gold.
Shout out to Georgetown's Jason Dickinson riding shotgun with Connor Bedard. Gets 2 last night. Like, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, but you weren't on a Chicago stack, were you?
There were none. They don't have any players that play together 5-on-5.
I know. I remember because I read your tweet yesterday, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy how
that's awful.
They don't have any guys that stack up. But
hey, good morning over there to the chat, everybody. Appreciate it.
Let's keep it hot. Let's keep it hot.
As Tim Powell says at the top, Cleveland native Tim Powell is going to keep us up to date on what's happening for Thursday night football, because that total has absolutely plummeted because of the weather. People are panicking over the weather, so get on that over. That's what I did. He says, like and subscribe, you filthy animals. Yes, absolutely.
Come on.
Christmas season. I was out there with trying to spend my stack money, trying to find the best Christmas show up at a party outfit. Do you know what it is?
No.
The Clark Griswold white Hawks 00 jersey.
Really?
I think that's the best outfit you can wear to a Christmas party.
Okay.
No? Disagree?
Sure. I mean, I'm indifferent. Doesn't matter. My opinion doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't. I know we haven't even got to the picks. Picked up a Christmas suit with the stack money.
Yes.
Christmas suit.
It's gonna be a glorious Christmas in your household. Right?
Check out that.
Oh, nice. I like that Christmas sweater. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah. Stack money spent well.
Okay. You know what you need to do? And maybe I'll make it for you, because my brother does apparel stuff with his Bulkamania company. Stack Man with stacks of cash as your Christmas sweater.
Ooh, we got to keep going. Can't slow down around the Christmas holidays. We got to run it hot there. But appreciate everybody there in the chat. Stacks in the stockings from producer.
Ooh, there you go. Nice.
I like that. That.
All right, what are we stacking today?
There's a Christmas shirt, a stocking with just stacks falling out of it.
There you go. See, we come here with ideas too, not just with winners, with ideas.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got tonight?
Yeah, he's like, get me going. Vegas, Toronto minus 130 on the money line. Over under sitting at 6 and 4 plays. No stacks, but 4 plays. Vegas money line plus 110. Over 6 minus 110. Nick Roy for a point plus 115. And Bobby McMahon for a point plus 130.
Wow, Bobby McMahon, as hot as he's been, is offering plus money right now.
Yes, sir. Those minutes are up.
Well, those minutes are up, but those opportunities are up too. I mean, he's playing with Tavares and Marner. And in case you missed it, just before we came onto the show, the Maple Leafs released that Max Domi's not playing tonight because he's out with an injury. So no Domi, no Matthews, no Kampf. I mean, more Bobby McMahon.
Who's playing center?
Well, I would think that right now it's going to be Tavares, Holmberg.
Is Minton centering second line?
Minton's going to center a line, and probably Lorentz is going to center the fourth line.
Crazy. But Vegas is an over wagon so far. 13-4-1 on the season. The best over team in all hockey, averaging 7.2 total goals per game.
So just before we move further, there's something I want to caution about this over. 2 things, and it's goaltending. if Aiden Hill plays, this is probably going to be Aiden Hill's audition for the Four Nations face-off. And if Ilya Samsonov plays, it's revenge game for Samsonov. So
Beauty. No.
Like you
Aiden,
care.
Aiden Hill has seen games with 6+ goals in 5 of his last 6 starts.
Okay.
He's 8-3-1. He wins games. Guess what?
Yeah.
He has an .886 save percentage with a .316 goals against. He's not good. Guess who's worse? Samsonov.
Samsonov?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The over's 5-0 in his last 5 starts.
Hey, I'm going to, again, I'm not saying I don't like the play. I'm just saying, just pay attention to that goaltending situation because it's it's a big game for both of those goaltenders if they play.
All right. So here's another point I need your analysis on. Anthony Stolarz has been great, but he's been off since Saturday, and there's talks about trying to get Woll in there because of the schedule. They have 2 games in 8 days. What does time off do to a goalie? We've talked about the excitement of seeing more action is always better for goalies.
Yeah.
What about long layoffs for good goaltenders?
Well, there's a couple of opposite examples, right? You look at Jeremy Swayman and what not being in training camp has done for his game. Well, he's clearly struggling. And then, you look at, just a regular goaltender that's in season schedule. And I had this conversation with somebody yesterday that I feel like even just going back, remembering my playing days and just seeing and hearing what a daily schedule is for an NHL team like the Maple Leafs. Half hour before practice, these guys are on doing skill stuff. Goalies are on doing goalie stuff. They do a 45-minute to an hour practice, depending on the day of the game. And then afterwards, they do more stuff for half an hour. So I kind of feel like for goalies, even though they're not playing, they're actually getting more of a workload in an hour and a half or 2 hours of practice time than they are in a game. So there's a difference between seeing practice shots and seeing game shots. Yes, because everyone's playing with a higher level of intensity, but I just don't know if it matters that much, especially if a player or if a goaltender is in the middle of a regular season schedule versus a goaltender like Swayman that didn't get any NHL action throughout all training camp.
Domi being out really throws, I don't know. Is Domi a great defensive center?
I don't think he has that on his resume.
Well, he hasn't been offensive. So do you think the loss of
Right.
him helps more goals or less goals be scored tonight?
I think it helps more for the Leafs or against
The game in general.
Yeah, and probably more because you're adding younger players into the lineup, which exposes them to more defensive deficiency. Like Fraser Minton is playing his first NHL game this year. Nikita Grabenkin is playing his first NHL game. Like your lineup gets thinner with veteran players. So I think that helps open the door for more offense for sure.
Let's go. McMahon, total time ice up nearly in 19 minutes a game since jumping up. His shot on goal total, because I thought I would get a discount on it, -110 over 2.5, because he's put I think 12 shots on goal over his last 2 games. And then Nick Roy centering the second line, power play 1. He hasn't got more than 1 game without points, which he hasn't got back-to-back games basically without a point in 13 games where he has 11 points. So there's some value there. So Vegas, I like Vegas here on the money line. I like it even more with Domi out. It might get a little shorter because of that. The over 6 at -110, and then some point props on either side of the ice, and McMahon and Roy. Nothing big, but the stack would be Marner assist. But we'll have to wait and see. There could be some line juggling, but right now, William Nylander and Mitch Marner, their point total is at 1.5, making it difficult to stack, but you can always go Mitchy Marnes on the assist. Moving on, San Jose, Dallas. It's been a fun run for San Jose.
You love this team.
I love
this team.
I love San Jose. I want more San Jose props.
They honestly are so undervalued in the market just because everybody expects them to be a bad team, but they're a bad team that scores.
Yeah, Bobby Newport saying I hate when Nylander is at 1.5. Absolutely, because I don't want him. I don't want to to get him for an assist.
See, the chat knows where you're going with this one. The chat knows where you're going with San Jose.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, let's spam the Lund line in the chat.
The Lunds!
What is the probability of 3 players with the last syllable name Lund all playing together in the NHL, all from where are they all from?
Granlund is
Swedish.
They're all Swedish, actually.
They're all Swedish? That would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. The Lunds are goated, as the kids say these days, but especially that Granlund apple.
What was the message I sent you the other day when that line hit?
Oh God, what did it say?
I Lund you.
Oh, I Lund you. Oh, jeepers, get that on a shirt, bud. But like Dallas is minus 450, which is as long as anybody's been all year.
Yeah, didn't Dallas lose at home to Anaheim the other night?
So that's where it is. So that's my question to professional hockey player. Anaheim just beat Dallas, but it wasn't an Ottinger start.
Okay.
What's a bounce back like? Like a team like Dallas, like the focus. Do they let another one slip through?
I mean, logic would say no. I mean, because they are, in my eyes, one of the best teams in the league. That was my pick to win the Stanley Cup this year, and we're still so far away from that. And they've gotten off to an extremely slow start. And it just seemed like they went through a stretch there where they scored 7 goals in back-to-back games and just felt like everything was starting to click again, and they were going to finally get to the top of their game. But man, their top players are struggling. Like Rupe Hintz,
change your number one guy, bud.
Yeah, Matt. That line, Duchesne, Sagan, and Marchman has been their best, most consistent line. You know, the Robertson, Rupe Hintz, and
Wyatt Johnson,
Jamie Benn, Wyatt Johnson, Logan Stankoven. These guys aren't playing at the top of their game that the Dallas Stars needs them to play at. So, because of that, I think it does open up the door for San Jose to go in and win again. I wouldn't bet on that just because I think Dallas is the better team. I'm betting on the Lunds for sure because win or lose, they're going to find a way to hit the score sheet. But this is a game you expect Dallas to bounce back. But, man, hockey's weird. Like, you pointed it out yesterday. Why was Chicago a minus 175 favorite?
Dumb.
Like
that's a dumb.
Well, because Anaheim played the night before?
Yeah, no. That was a dumb one.
That was free money yesterday.
Yeah. But in the spot, everybody's just banging on the robo line. Absolutely. The Duchesne Marchment second line has gone from like plus 750 to now, I think it's like plus 350. Still a stack. Not even splitting it up. But Eklund, Granlund, Zetterlund, that's the stack, plus 575. Not even splitting it up because when they're that good to you, you don't want to separate the boys. You don't keep them together. I think that's the best way to bet San Jose in this spot. The plus 1.5 is plus 140. Maybe you can go that way again. They fit it in 3 straight games, I believe. Here we are. All of a sudden, San Jose has 3 lines out of nowhere. They have this line. They got the Celebrini and Will Smith line.
And Toffoli, no.
And then the Toffoli-Wenberg line.
Oh, Toffoli's not even on the Celebrini line?
No, they're keeping Goodrow on that line.
Interesting.
It is interesting. They all of a sudden have some depth.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm a big Sharks fan right now. Not gonna lie.
Alrighty.
Plus 575. And then we're gonna go Ben and Stankoven on the other side at plus 238.
Stanky.
I know he's number 2 in the betting favorite right now behind Michkov. Needs to get it going a bit. I'm getting away from the Marchman line. I love that line, but I'm going to this one. And Ben and Stankoven both have points that are longer in price than all the other 5 guys in front of him, including Rupe Hintz and J-Rob, who is absolutely awful right now. So let's bang those guys there. Ben, Stanky, plus 238. Stack, Eklund, Granlund, Zetterlund, plus 575. I hope that game's not 2-2. I hope it's a little more open, but San Jose, they're starting to grow on me. And when teams win you money, that's what happens with them. And this is an interesting one. Last one, Nashville, Seattle, plus 110, taking the home team on the money line. Eberle still out, so it's Beniers, McCann, and Burakovsky on the top line. Schwartz and Stevenson are a good stack. PP1, they split up their PP time pretty well. Second line. Nashville. Check out this road trip and tell me. So when we talk about scheduling, and you taught me this as well, there's games where you just get different percentages of output from your team, right? You get 110%, whatever, 10 games. You get no shows, whatever, in 8 to 10 games. And then it's kind of what you do in the middle. Same with the NFL schedule with better saying, right? Mm-hmm. This is a spot where I think maybe we don't get a Nashville team. Nashville, they're in Seattle here. I'm dying here. And then he goes home for the 23rd. So in 3 more days. They're just coming back from at Colorado, at Edmonton, at Calgary, at Vancouver. And before that, they're at home for 1 game, but then we're in Washington and then 2 away games before that. So they've basically been on the road since November 6th with 1 home game in the middle of that. They're 1-5 straight up in those road games. Meanwhile, Seattle is on the 6th game of a 6-game homestand. They're 4-1 straight up entering tonight. And then they head out to their California trip in 3 days. So not a big rush. End of a long road trip, struggling on the road.
I get sick too. Oh, there he is. You there?
Oh, yeah. Am I freezing?
You were freezing. I mean, you said you're battling something with your throat. Maybe your Wi-Fi is battling something.
Oh, Jesus. Everybody's got a virus. No. All right. So you got Nashville coming in. End of a long road trip, struggling on the road. Mm-hmm. Been on the road basically since November 7th. Facing a Seattle team. End of a long homestand. Been great at home. Where do you see this one going? Is this a spot where you just want to get home as a player? On the road here, you're struggling. It's been a bad road trip. It's Nashville. We know they're overrated already.
Yeah.
Where do you see Nashville tonight?
Well, they're coming off a big win. So that's, something that, I mean, Nashville's been such a,
salvage the road trip. You know what I mean? Like,
well, they're right now, they're just such a weird team to figure out. When you expect them to start turning the corner, they have a letdown game. When you expect them to have a letdown game, they find a way to get a big win. I don't really know what to expect in this one, to be honest with you. It has the setup of being somewhat of a setup game or a trap game for Nashville as they look ahead to get home. But I don't think Nashville can afford to have those type of mentality games where they're just so far behind. They've already pissed away too many points. I mean, I want to believe, I want to cheer for Nashville because it's good for the game to do what they did in the offseason where they went big game hunting and, created a lot of excitement around that group, but they just haven't been able to put it all together. But then on the other hand, Seattle has been playing really good at home during this homestand. So I would favor the home team on this one.
Yeah, plus money. Basically, the line's saying if it swings 50 points, if this game's in Nashville, Nashville is all of a sudden a near minus 200 favorite versus Seattle at home. And I don't see that at all. So
yeah,
plus 110. Let's take it. Nothing crazy. Okay. Stacks will get out. And that's what we got today. We got a 4-pack in Toronto. Everything's down there at the bottom. Some goals. Hopefully not a 1-1 game.
Well, I'm going to the game, so I'm hoping it's not a 1-1.
Yeah, fire up the boys. And then we got a little action in San Jose where the Lunds are going to treat us right. And Stanky and Ben will do the same. And then Seattle on the money line at plus money. So lots of plus money going on today. Back here tomorrow. More stacks. Stacks are coming out later. We keep playing those. Appreciate everybody there in the chat. Wednesday in the books. Thursday on deck. I'm Josh Ingles. He's Carlo Colaiacovo. This is NHL Puck Props presented by Sports Interaction.
And we are juice pumpers.
Oh, see the pumpers tomorrow.